I just got back from Lowe's. Wanted to try the new Flex mid-torque impact wrench. I figured, it's gonna be a good day. I was pretty excited. Just driving back. I don't know, I was in a good mood that day. Even when people were cutting me off, it didn't bother me. I was in a good mood that day. I was excited to try the new impact wrench. I don't know. I guess it's something exciting about getting a new tool. The smell of it, the feel of it. I was gonna take it down to the shop and test it out, use it and abuse it. Listen, I had a couple chores I had to do, take out the garbage, and then when I was done, I calmly walked it down to the shop to get ready to set it up. I was gonna wait until tomorrow to do it, and I was like, might as well just do it today. Even the phone calls, I politely declined to answer anybody. I wanted to focus.
Oh, cuz I just tried the best vegan cookie I've ever tried in my life, cuz.
So there I was, just me and the new Flex mid-torque. Deliver 600 foot-pounds of fastening torque, 750 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque. I'll be honest with you, this thing looked great. Felt great in the hands. 24 volt, more power, longer run time, faster charging, Thermatec heat management. Listen, I got the 5AH battery and also got this rapid charger that came in the kit. And you got the belt hook as well. I'll be honest with you, I was surprised to even see the 5.0 in there. I thought it was going to be the 2.5. However, you do get the lifetime warranty on this thing as well, so that's pretty nice. Here's the problem though. When I started going over this thing, I noticed that it was missing something. Something that I didn't think Flex would forget to leave out. Hell, I thought maybe I was the one that was going crazy, but the closer I looked, I realized it wasn't me. It was them. And my whole world was about to change. Let me explain. So, a little bit later during the day, I came back down to do some testing. My friends, I set up 7 different bolts with lock washers. I decided I was going to torque them to all different specs, starting from 25 all the way to 250 foot-pounds. You see, I wanted to change the foot-pounds. I wanted to start out slow and try to use the auto mode, and then I wanted to really crank this thing up to see if it was going to give me any issues. Unfortunately, in my setup, I need to rethink it. Probably should have bolted that horse to the floor, but who has time for all that? 250 pounds. I finally got her locked in there. And, well, there you go. 25, 50, 70, 100, 130, 190, 250. Now the first bolt, I wanted to try the auto mode. Broke it no problem. Very easy. And then I wanted to lock it back up again. Tighten it back up again. Now the rest of the bolts that I went to loosen, they were all set to 3, the high speed, the 750 pounds of nut busting torque. You can see the 50 pounds, the 75 pounds, the 100 pounds, they were all coming off the exact same way as the 25 pounds. You couldn't even feel it. They weren't. I was looking, I was double checking to see if my numbers were right. This is the 250 foot-pounds. It took a little bit more, but every one of them were loose. I wanted to try it again. You could probably hear the torque wrench clicking in right there. That's 150 foot-pounds. I just put this thing on high, and that's it. It's crazy. So then I wanted to do the auto mode. It claims in the owner's manual that it has 2 auto modes on this thing, but that's not really the case. It's an auto mode when you're tightening and the auto mode when you're releasing. It'll stop automatically once you get that torque off of that bolt. So I guess technically, yeah, there's 2 auto modes, but you only have one button that says auto and you push it one time. It works fantastic. It does a really good job. So I was really impressed with how everything went with that. Like, the power of this thing was really impressive. But I wanted to try another test. A good old lag screws. It puts a lot of pressure on these impacts. And you can see here, my friends, there's no pilot holes. Just sinking them down. This thing was a monster. Just drove it. I didn't feel any skipping. Every single hammer was equal to the next. To be honest with you, my friends. It's impressive. I wanted to do this a couple times. You can see this is driving it down, no issues at all. I wanted to use the auto mode too. I'll tell you, the whole way through, this thing performed very, very good. You see, this is pulling it up. I'm on auto mode right now. I wanted to try the auto mode again, driving it in. You can see it stopping by itself. After I did the auto mode, I said to myself, let's just try the first mode, number 1, move it up to number 2, and then just finish it off at number 3. And one of my main concerns was this thing overheating? When you start driving these lags down, it's tough on these tools, as I mentioned earlier. could have handled it. I wanted to go a couple more. I just wanted to see how much I could push this thing. Shouldn't have any issues. And I'll tell you what, the entire time through, it worked flawlessly. I'm telling you, this thing feels great in the hands. After driving the lags and doing the other tests, wasn't feeling any heat up on top, no warmth. The only thing I was feeling was some heat up on the socket, but that's 100% normal. This thing here is impressive. The problem was, this is where we come back to the issue that I had. And when I eventually found out what I found out, let's just say things got ugly. You see, when I was looking for the auto mode, I noticed that there was something missing. Something that shouldn't have been missing. The problem was, the harder I looked, the harder I stared, the more it was staring right back at me in the face. Yeah, that's right. There's no turbo mode. My other Flex tools have the turbo mode. Flex knows I love the turbo. I tell them all the time, you always add the turbo. Listen, I felt a certain kind of way. It was like my body froze. I didn't know what to do until, well, what happened? I just snapped out. I blacked out. Didn't know what was going on. How many times must I tell you, Flex, you always add the turbo? I was taking on everybody. I was yelling at the wife for no reason at all. I was smashing things, even the poor dog, when I went to give him a treat for being a good boy. You know what? Well, I guess I was in a funk. So I said to myself, that dog ain't getting no treat. That's right. After about 3 days of contemplating what I should do about this, write emails, send letters, make phone calls, I said to myself, this thing actually worked pretty real nice like. Not pretty real nice like, real nice like. Everything was easy to use. It was powerful. It felt great in my hands. I couldn't have been happier with it. It was another Flex tool that really sort of surprised me with how well it worked. Even though I might have had a breakdown over something that I was hoping would be on there. I was needing to be on there. You know I love that turbo button Flex. I said it's brushless. It's beastly. It does everything I want it to do. You got the LED light right there. Even that sweet variable speed trigger, I mean, it's spot on. I can go as fast as I want, or I can go as slow as I want. I mean, look at this thing. I'm going fast. I'm bringing it down. I'm going very slow. I mean, this thing, it's amazing. Now, I also said to myself, this thing has a lifetime warranty. You know, you buy this thing in 2023, you're covered for the rest of your life with a lifetime service agreement on this. So that's another thing that I said to myself, I guess I can forgive Flex for not adding that turbo. I guess that 2700 RPM doesn't hurt either. Was it sad there was no turbo? Yeah, I guess you could say I was. That said, everything else on here, it's damn real nice like. Flex just keeps on doing it. They're doing it right. But I want to know what you think. Leave me a sweet comment in the comment section below. You thinking about checking this thing out? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Love hearing that sweet feedback. Also, got another video for you right here, Flex. I think you're going to like that as well. Maybe before you go and watch it, you can smash that like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification. Back with more videos soon.